We all asking when Lambo, when Moon, when Bitcoin starts moving, when crypto starts doing something other than chopping. And that's the question that I've been wondering, and I decided to put it to the test. Put it to the test? What am I talking about? And I've got 3 + 2, yes, 5 in total catalysts that will kickstart this bull market very, very soon. In this video, I'm gonna share with you all these 5s, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how you can prepare today. If that sounds good, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Let's jump into it. So as you see, these 2 beautiful human beings are running for election. That is the first catalyst. And I know you're gonna say, oh, we heard all about the election and this and that, but all the elections were actually very, very good for the markets. So elections always bring volatility, but we have 2 candidates that can make or break crypto. Truly. Now on the left on the picture, but on the right side, you know what I mean? We have Donald Trump, who is a huge crypto supporter, apparently. He is the crypto president. Listen to this.
I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done.
You heard the man. He's all for crypto. When he got shot, the market actually started rocketing. Why? Because the market was pricing in a Trump presidency, which is great for the markets and great for crypto. In fact, he's so into crypto that he was the first president to accept crypto donations on his website officially. As you see, this is his official website. You can go on here and start making donations. Other than taking donations in crypto, which is pretty cool, he is actually badass. I mean, after getting shot in the face, he puts his fist up and says, fight, fight. And then he goes to Nashville and then he delivers the speech that we all were waiting for. Absolutely insane. Now, on the other hand, we've got Kamala Harris. Now, she's also trying, so they are kind of moving into crypto. As this says, Democrat launched crypto for Harris campaign to counter Trump's industry appeal. What really happened is that they were bashing crypto for the past 4 years, and now they've seen that Trump is going heavily in crypto, and then they're trying to catch up. But I'm not here to judge, and I'm not here to, help you decide who you should vote for and how it will be the industry. These guys are going to help you understand why they actually vote for Kamala.
What Kamala Harris's greatest accomplishment has been as VP?
I mean, honestly, I'm not too into politics. I'm just here for the vibe.
Well, that's what it is. You heard. You're here for the vibe. Anyway, if you were wondering who is leading and who is not, there is misinformation all across the board. There is something called Polymarket, which is a prediction market. We might do a video on how this actually works. But the way it works is that you can bet on either party. And you see 44% for Trump and 54% from Kamala. Now, whether this is rigged or not, whether this people are from the United States is not really known. What we know is that most users on Polymarket are not from the United States. But this is the current status. Now, why this election is important is because, in my belief, if Trump wins, crypto has a very, very great 2-3 year ahead. If, in fact, Kamala wins, I don't think that the industry can strive with the pace as it could if Trump wins. Number 2, M2 money supply, or in other words, all the money in the world that's being printed and can be used by you, me, and institutions and everybody else. If you don't know what the money supply is, I asked Google for you. M2 is a measure of the money supply that includes cash, checking deposits, and other deposits readily convertible to cash, such as CDs. Basically, what this means is that this is all the money that is available in the world. Now, this money supply is hitting all-time high after all-time high recently, which means that more money is being injected into the economy. If there is more money in the economy, there is more money to borrow, there's more money to spend, and therefore more money to spend on risk assets like Bitcoin. In fact, if you look at this chart, you will see that the M2 money supply, when the M2 money supply started making all-time highs after all-time highs in history, we've seen Bitcoin catching up a couple of months later. What we've seen now is the M2 money supply hit all-time high in January 2024, and crypto has started to move with it. But if you look at the previous examples, when we've seen the money supply hitting all-time high in the red line here, you've seen crypto skyrocket right after, in direction with the money supply. But in relation to money supply and global liquidity, I have to mention another thing, and that is there is no one in decision-making power who is working in the summer. You know what they are doing? This. They are doing this in the Hamptons. A very good example is Andre from DWF, which is one of the largest market makers in the space in crypto. And as he's tweeting, market activation is coming almost back from vacation. It is kind of a joke, but what you have to understand in this is that if you want liquidity to be injected in crypto, in risk assets, or in the economy in any way, you will need people in decision-making power to sit in the office and get it approved by their people. That will take place probably in September, October, which aligns very nicely with the election as well. And number 3 3 is halving. Of course, you're gonna say, yeah, Fefe, of course, we know halving, market go up and price go up, but price didn't go up. Yes, of course it didn't. But if you look at this picture, you will see that in 2012, after a year of halving, we've seen an 8,800% increase. In 2016, 1 year after the halving, we've seen 285% halving. And in 2020, we've seen 548% after 1 year. But what was it 1 month after the halving? Well, it was in 2012, it was only 9%. In 2016, it was minus 10%. And in 2020, it was 6%. So these things take time. And there are consolidation periods, as you can see on this chart as well. You see in 2016, post-halving, we have a consolidation area, a dump, which is 25, 30, 35% consolidation, then a massive, massive rally. You see the exact same thing in 2020. You have a consolidation and a massive pump. And that's exactly what you see right now in 2024, a massive consolidation that's been going on for almost 4 months now. And yes, it is nerve-wracking, but this is the worst halving performance ever. If you look at this chart here, you will see that if we would measure on the same scale the increase that Bitcoin had after halving, we should already be all the way up to $200,000 to $250,000. Now, this is not a guarantee for what's coming, but what is certain is that if history doesn't even repeat itself all the time, it definitely rhymes. Number 4, ETFs. And I know you hear this all the time, ETFs, but imagine this, the biggest asset managers in the world getting into Bitcoin. They are now, through the Ethereum ETF, getting into Ethereum. In fact, year to date, $19.3 billion worth of Bitcoin was purchased through the US ETFs, which is absolutely insane. One of the best performing ETFs ever. What does this really mean? It really means if you look at the top 11 holders of Bitcoins in the world, you will see that the US ETFs combined hold almost as much as Satoshi Nakamoto himself, or themselves, or you know what I mean. Now that we see what is possible with the Bitcoin ETF and we see that ETH ETF being approved, the likelihood of other ETFs popping up is very, very high. Whether we're talking about Solana, whether we're talking about, I wanted to say XRP, but I'm not going to say that. Anyway, you know what I mean. Institutions are here. Institutions are investing. It is getting easier and easier for institutions to invest through these ETFs. There is no question that institutional adoption is happening. And number 5, rate cuts. And this is something I've been talking about a lot, but rate cuts are coming, whether you like it or not, whether it comes in September or not, rate cuts are coming. Rate cuts, in very simple terms, basically mean that you will be able to borrow money for cheaper, for less fees or interest. When money becomes accessible because it will be cheaper, there will be more people and more institutions borrowing. If they borrow more, they will invest more, and that also means investment potentially in risk assets like Bitcoin. Historically, rate cuts has not always been good to the market, but it's very important to make a differentiation between why are rate cuts needed. If the rate cut happens because something is already broken and there needs to be a stimulation of the economy and therefore they cut rates, that's not good because something is already broken, therefore markets will most likely plummet. But when we're going to have a correction just like now and we are going to cut after an excessive high interest rate, that usually is great for markets, especially for risk assets, because people will take their money from safer investments like the US dollar and invest in more risk assets just like Bitcoin. Now, if you want to make money in the next 5 months, this tweet summarizes everything. It says, you will outperform everyone by not trading and strictly holding for 12 to 15 months. The only requirement is that you hold the right tokens. So that means that you have to start investing. If you are still sitting on cash, not financial advice, I do think you are making a mistake, because whether you invest here or 10% lower or 15% roll, it won't really matter in 8 to 12 months if the prophecy is right. To do that, you will need an exchange. Now, I've been in crypto since 2016, and for me, choosing an exchange has been kind of a struggle. I had to go through all the exchanges before I found what I liked. Not because the exchanges were wrong, it's just because it takes time for you to realize what you really need and what exchanges offer that. Based on this, I'd like to bring you an exchange which I actually like for a lot of reasons, called Bitget. Bitget is the partner for today's video. There are a bunch of features I like about Bitget, but there's one thing I want to show you here that will help you accumulate crypto without you having to do anything. Another cool stuff is, I don't know if you're a massive fan or not, but as you see on their website, we do have a partnership with Bitget that will allow you to have a chance of winning a signed Messi jersey. Every detail is down in the description, but the basic idea is that you have to sign up with a Banter link. You have to have a trading volume of $500,000, which sounds a lot, but trust me, if you trade leverage and you come to the shows, it's not that much, and you can be in the raffle to winning the jersey. But let's jump into the platform. Number one, if you don't know Bitget, they are quite a big exchange. 18, as you you see here, $18.5 billion trading volume in the past 24 hours, which is consistent. 800 cryptocurrencies, 25 million registered users, 160,000 elite traders, and a bunch of products. If you go onto CoinGecko and you search for exchanges, you will see that they are ranked as number 9th on the trust list, which is absolutely insane. CoinGecko has this ranking score, which shows, it measures a lot of things. It's not just traffic, and it measures fake traffic and whatnot. So anyway, a 9 out of 10, and being on number 9th is actually a very great score, which again shows confidence in the platform. One of the main reasons I like Bitget is because they have a bunch of features. It can be a little bit intimidating at the first, honestly. I think it's a little bit complex in terms of the offerings that they have, but it's pretty cool because you can get everything at one place. You can buy crypto, you can use your insights, their newsletters, you can trade spot, margin, you can use their convert feature, you can actually participate in the launchpad. The obvious is futures trading, USDT, USDC. They have copy trading. They have a Web3 wallet, but all this is going to come in the next video. But what I want to show you is the bot section. Now, I'm not a firm believer of trading bots, but if you want to consistently buy into the market as we go into the next 8 to 12 months of the bull market, the best way to do it is to use a DCA bot, dollar cost averaging. If you haven't heard about dollar cost averaging, the basic idea is that you don't know when to buy and you can't time the market. The only way to do this is that you have, let's say, $1,000 that you want to allocate. Then you set a period that you want to dollar cost average in, a period of time where you want to allocate that $1,000, so you don't have to worry about buying too high or buying too low. And you can either do it manually. Let's say every day I buy $10 worth and I buy it for 100 days. Or you can use a bot. And this is what I want to show you. So there is a link in the description to Bitget. You got to sign up. And then after you signed up, you go to bots, you scroll down here and you will see the Spot Auto Invest Plus. You click on there and you will be able to set up your own bot. So either you can just pick one from the recommended. Down here you see that, for example, this is 100% their token, Bitget's token, or you can do 100% Bitcoin, or you can do 70% Bitcoin and 30% ETH, or you can include Bitcoin, ETH, and their token, or you have different AI and proof of work and RWAs and whatnot, or you can create your own DCA strategy. Let's say you put together a portfolio that you want a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of Ethereum, a little bit of Solana, and you want 3-4 degen plays. The way to do that is you go into manual and you click on add. This way you will add the token that you want to allocate every single week or day. You will decide it later. Let's say I want to add Bitcoin, I want to add Ethereum, I want to add Solana. Let's put some 𝗏𝗏 and 𝗏𝗏𝗏 in there as major memes. And let's put some degen plays, for example, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. It shows me up here all the tokens that I selected. Then I can click confirm. And then it actually automatically selects the allocation based on what it thinks fair. But you can always come in here and you can say what you want to adjust it to. Now, it will obviously tell me that I'm over 15%, so I'll need to adjust. Let's say I want 30% Bitcoin, 30% ETH, 30% Solana. That means I have about 10% left. So I can just come in here and say 3, 3, 3, and 1. Now I have my portfolio that I would like to allocate my money to. It's very important to do diversification. So I would recommend you pick some major coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Then you pick some medium risk coins. Could be 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. You got to decide on that. And then you can pick some high risk tokens like 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, in my humble opinion. Then you go down lower and you can select the periods in which you want to allocate. So you can allocate monthly, you can allocate daily, or you can allocate hourly. Let's say I want to do it daily. Then I leave it at daily. I go every 1 day. So every day I want some allocation to happen. What time I want the allocation to happen. This could also be interesting if you want to play around London Open and New York Open and whatnot. You see volatility happening on those hours. Might be a great idea. Then you can select when the bot starts. Maybe you want it tomorrow. Maybe you want it immediately. Maybe you want it today at some point. And then you can add how much money do you want to allocate total. Then you have to add the amount here, and then you can create your own bot. If you want more in-depth explanation, they have a pretty cool tutorial up here. They have a video and everything else. And if you want me to help you, I'm gonna reply to all the questions in the comment for the next 24-48 hours. Now, there's another bot that I'd like to tell you about, and that is the spot position grid. And the way it works is if you believe that the market starts pumping, and if you believe everything I said makes any sense, what you can do is that you can bet on the price going up, place a grid bot on which will buy a little bit lower to current price, and on every pump scale out of your position. Again, you can find it on trading bots, and you can click on spot position grid. And once you've done that, you will immediately see on the chart the bot showing up. It will place 2 orders right below. Obviously, it's calculated in the background. You don't have to do anything with it. And again, the reason why I recommend you do or look at it now is because I do believe that in the next 8 to 12 months, we are going to have an up-only market. And if that happens, it doesn't really matter if you buy in spot and you are down 5 to 10% on the day or in a week, because eventually the market will start pumping and you are eventually going to make money. Not financial advice, just the way I'm thinking. So the way to do that, you can just click on here and you can add, you see the minimum is actually $9, which is pretty cool. I'm going to add $10 here as a minimum. You can click on create and then you can just basically click confirm, and it created the order. It divided my amount in 2 different orders. When it gets hit, I get a notification and it will scale out of the positions automatically. There is one more thing that I don't even know if I can tell you or not, but I want to tell you because I think it's pretty cool. If you are watching this show today on Sunday, you have a surprise coming tomorrow, because on the 14th of August, Bitget is going to announce something that will be in the description on Monday, on the 14th of August, that will help you make some money. And it's not because you will be able to use the bot only, but also because if you invite your friends that test the DCA bot, for example, people who want to get into the industry, but they don't really want to spend time on buying all the time and just checking back in, you will be able to generate your own referral link and invite them and get bonuses from Bitget. So if you're watching this video on Sunday, come back tomorrow and check the description. And if you're watching this after the 14th of August, go down to the description and check out the promotion. You can't really lose anything with it. Other than that, guys, please remember, the bull market is coming. Whether it's coming now, a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, it is coming. And it's very important that you are positioned. Please do yourself a favor, allocate some cash, and do not touch it for the next 8 to 12 months. And I wanted to say I guarantee you, but of course I can guarantee you. But I can guarantee you that's what I'm doing with my own money, almost 100% of it, and I have zero doubt that it will work out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this show, please subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and let me know in the comment section what you thought. And if you have any question, also for the next 48 hours, I am replying to all questions. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. And by the way, before you leave, if you want to see me on the day giving you trading alpha, daily news, whatnot, go on to 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗏 and subscribe to that channel. I am bringing you daily alpha on here. I am coming at 11 UTC every single day. And make sure to follow me on X at 𝗙𝗏𝗍𝗍, as you can see down in the description. But that said, thanks for watching. I believe I will see you in the next one. Take care.